This next one is not shown in Dr. Stone's books, but it's, kind of a classic yoga pose in some ways, but I do it quite a lot, which is just kneeling. So I'm putting two pillows under my knees, so I have some support here. I don't want to be directly on the ground. I don't have good knees. And then it's nice if you can find a surface like a bed or couch that you can lean up against. To balance yourself. And kneeling is a common posture of prostration in most religions or spiritual practices. And I think there's a reason for that. I think the focus of energy down through the knees and then up through the legs really concentrates the pressure right into the sacrum here. And if you stay in a kneeling position for about at least a minute or two, maybe up to 5 minutes, you'll start to feel this subtle release of the energy around the sacrum and the hip joints. So I'm getting like a little release here. The sacrum's releasing and my tailbone is tipping back a little bit. My low back is starting to release a little bit now. And what starts to happen is the natural uprightness of the spine is restored. So there's a way we can kind of get out of joint where it's sort of like we're pulling this way, and one vertebrae is pulling this way, one's pulling that way. And what starts to happen is this clear alignment of energy through the central channel here. So just close your eyes, feel the gentle movement of the body as it tries to find its way into balance. Notice how all the energies coalesce into the midline here, into your central channel. So you can start to feel this rooting down into the earth, particularly those knees are part of that earth element in the body. You can really feel that strong connection to the earth. And at the same time, there's an upward movement against gravity through the central channel, all the way up to the crown. And you can even feel your head balancing on your neck balancing on your shoulders. Coming more into a sense of quiet within. Even as there's probably a bit of tension here, it takes some effort to stay in this. But if you can relax into it and know that the body is naturally finding its way toward balance. And just take a moment here to tune in to a connection to something larger. Dr. Stone says the purpose of polarity therapy is to connect the soul to the body, and then both the body and soul to nature and the cosmos as a whole. So let's connect to the whole here. You can sense into why kneeling would be a position that would reconnect you with spirit. There's a certain indwelling humility in this position. And you might feel the draining away in the body and the joints, some of the bracing and holding patterns that might have accumulated as you had to meet the world, protect yourself. Sometimes you can feel a decompression around the sacrum as it releases from its holding patterns as it connects to the hips. Does your tail want to tilt back a little bit more? You've been tucking your tail a bit. Or if it's maybe too tilted back, maybe you want to pull it in a little bit. So just see what's happening there around the tail. And knowing that the body has its own intelligence that's guiding this, it's releasing things and adjusting things. Okay, and then now come down into a lower kneel here. This stretches the ankles. In yoga, we call this the hero pose. You start to lean back. Consider this idea of humility, of kind of draining yourself of your will and ego, of the pressure you put on yourself or the pressure you put on others, and just coming more into acceptance of what is, of where you are just now. Maybe holding a possibility that even if things don't feel like they're going your way, that maybe you're getting something else from this experience, or you're meant to learn something else right now. You're growing in other ways.